Hello, hello, let's have some fun. When I build Lego, I like to put a few bricks in mine. Hello and welcome to another episode of Lego Therapy. I think we're on episode 6 now. Today, we're building the Imperial Probe Droid. Before we get started, I'm very excited because I've got this Lego to build. This little set of Luke in the corridor and Mandalorian. Luke's helmet. Mandalorian helmet. Formula E Technic car. And I've never done a Technic, so this is going to be sick to build. So, Lego Therapy and the future of Lego Therapy is looking pretty good. But today, we are building the Imperial Probe Droid. So, let's open the box. So as always with these, I genuinely don't have anything that I know that I want to talk about, or I don't know. I've got all those sets, and I actually want to build some. Like this probe one that I'm building at the minute, I've literally had since Christmas, and it's now April, and I just was like, I want to build it. I don't know what I'm going to talk about, but I want to build it. So maybe we do more Lego therapies, like in the coming future, or I don't know. Well, I've got some sets to get through now, so you better know that we're going to get through them. Start off with sort of where I'm at with YouTube, because it's been a bit of a weird time recently, I guess. Not even weird, but I'm that much in the swing of and schedule of what I do at the minute. How I wake up and how I edit and how quick I'm editing. I almost don't have to think about it. I'm also almost on autopilot with YouTube now. I get up every single day and edit. That's the first thing I do every day, unless I've got a 9 a.m. lecture where I need to travel into town, which takes an hour. I have work at 9, and then I kind of just give myself a lie-in. But any other day where I don't have those things, I am always up. I wake up about 6:30, and then I spend the first part of my day editing, and then recently I've started to try and get back into the gym a bit. Yeah, I don't know, I feel in a really good place at the minute with YouTube. With the content I'm making, I feel like it's at a level that I'm just really happy with. My growth isn't even the best, but I'm kind of okay with it. I'm sort of just at a point now where I've got a little steady growth. It's nothing massive, it's nothing major, but it's growth, and as long as I'm not dying off and I'm happy with the content that I'm making, I'm actually happy. I think one side of YouTube that I've kind of done a little bit less probably than I planned to. I don't even think I planned to really, but I had said at the beginning of the year I was going to try and do a lot more streams, and I just haven't. I don't know, I've kind of almost fell out of wanting to do streams. It's not the reason that I want to do YouTube or anything. I just want to make content, and streaming's cool. I really enjoy the interaction with everyone and that kind of element of it, but I don't know, I like editing videos, and I like creating something that's lasting. I sort of prefer working on projects, so a project of a big video or whatever, and so streaming kind of takes that out of the equation, because that's a one-time thing, and yeah, you can save the video and you can put it up, but it's not the same. It's just 2 hours of your life and that's it. Whereas you watch one of my videos and, well, you might not know, but that's 40, maybe even more hours of time that's gone into editing it, finding the moments, curating it, and it's a bit more special to me. Whereas a stream for me personally just doesn't have that same, I don't know, that same when I've finished a stream, I don't I don't really go back and watch it, or I don't feel proud of that stream that I've done. Whereas a video, if I watch it from beginning to end and I'm proud of that thing that I've made, that's kind of what I like. That's what I love about videos. You know what? More recently, even though these Lego therapies, they're not frequent at all, but it genuinely seems like one of the best sort of ideas and creations that I've had for YouTube. The one series that I'm actually low-key proud of, because I've had people come to me and say Lego Therapy is actually really good, or the comment section from you guys, and I don't even care about the views on Lego Therapy, I don't even look at it, but they also do really well. To say it's literally me on my bed building Lego and just chatting, why are you watching this? But at the same time, I really like the fact that people watch it, because I'm glad I can create that sort of chill vibe that you can just take a minute and relax to. Obviously with my main content, the point of it is to try and make you laugh and spark that kind of emotion, whereas this is just, it's just chill, and it's kind of nice to have that balance of the two. And my thought process recently is that I want to sort of transition my main channel and second channel into more of that the second channel is more personalized real life stuff like this, and that's all that the second channel's for, and then the main channel is just purely for the gaming, because I kind of merged the two before, in the sense of like, so before, even though I would do these Lego therapy videos and stuff like this on the second channel, there would also be other things like random funny moments or the Lost Tape series, whereas that I want to transition back over to the main channel. Not because I don't like the gaming moments that are on here, but I kind of just want to like separate the two. I want this to be a place where you kind of get to know me a little bit deeper, or it's just a place where I can talk about like what I want to talk about. Like, I kind of want to do an update of my record collection, because I did one ages ago and people seem to like that, but I just want to like talk about stuff that I want to talk about. I want to do more Lego therapy. I don't know, I just want this second channel to be a place where I can just do whatever I want, and it be a bit more real life and a bit more chilled out. And then the main channel can be the place where you go and it's funny, or it'll make you laugh, whatever. So like one of the next main channel videos I'm doing is a Lost Tapes, where like there's going to be a few COD moments in there, because as well I used to do COD moments on the second channel where there were moments that didn't really fit in the main channel, but I still wanted to share them. So that's going to be merging into the Lost Tapes videos, and they're all going to be one big massive thing on my main channel, which I don't know if people will like or not, but I'm not really bothered, because I just want to do me on this second channel. And yeah, the gaming videos are me, but I don't know. This is why I genuinely like low-key love this series, because when I started this video, as I said, I didn't have anything planned to say, but I've just started to like sort of think about a lot of stuff and just say stuff off the top of my head, which is the beauty of Lego therapy. Because say I was just sitting like trying to talk to the camera about whatever, I don't know what, even if I was doing like a channel update or something along those lines, I wouldn't struggle to know what to say, but like it wouldn't flow. Whereas because I'm not really focusing on trying to talk and it's just background noise for me, I'm saying this as I'm stuttering saying it, but it flows better. It does flow better. Like the words just kind of come out. I just sort of say whatever comes to my head. I don't second guess what I'm saying. Oh, bloody Nora. I do have a new camera. I don't know if you'll be able to tell much, because like, even though the camera is a massive upgrade from my last one, the lighting and everything in here is done to a way that it don't massively affect the video that much, as in it would bring out the very best of my last camera. And I'm on the same lens, so you probably won't tell because the lens is the same. But yeah, I got that, and then all those Lego sets as well. I got all that from my birthday, my 21st, and genuinely it was just such a good birthday. Like, I'm never like a massive, not necessarily not a massive fan of birthdays, but I do think there is a lot of expectations that come with birthdays, especially a big one like your 21st, where you think like, oh, I have to do something memorable, or I have to, it has to be good and something that I could talk about. I don't know. And even just like normal birthdays in general, I sort of feel like that as well. Like there's an expectation for you to be happy. Like all the pressure's on you to be happy because it's your day. Like I really like Christmas because everyone's getting to enjoy it and everyone's doing something. The attention's not just all on you and solely you. But genuinely, it was just like a really good birthday. Like I went to a concert on my actual birthday. It was Slow Tie, genuinely one of the best concerts I've been to in so long. And then I went out for some drinks with my uni mates and my like original like mates from school and home and stuff. I don't know why I struggled to find the word for that. It was just genuinely like such a good night. Like it was just something that it's a memorable 21st. But yeah, I got my camera, I got a bunch of Lego. I went away for the weekend. Why am I getting a phone call? Hello?
Hi, so I got one from Passport. Something regarding the redelivery request you submitted to us.
Yes.
Are you able to collect from there at all?
Possibly not. That's why I did the redelivery.
Around time on redelivery from post office is 3 to 5 working days. Obviously, with the bank holiday, that is taken into next week now. Right,
okay. I had a package and I wasn't here when it came, so I had the little slip. It was like, oh, you can just reschedule delivery. That's fine. So I'll reschedule it. Then she calls me and says, oh, sorry, we can't reschedule for 3 days. And then by which time it's Easter bank holiday. And then then it'll be like a week till I get my package. Don't tell me I can reschedule on the next day then, if you can't reschedule for the next day. Yeah, thank you for everyone who... So I did the, I don't know, you might not have seen. I did a, like a birthday live stream. Basically just because I kind of wanted like a birthday party with you lot. All I did was I jumped on it ended up being Warzone Customs. I wasn't planning on it being Warzone Customs. I was just going to play with the boys, and then none of the boys showed up. So I ended up just being like, oh, you know what? Should we just do a Customs? And we ended up getting like a full solid squadron on all the games. It's mental because it was literally the most last minute thing, and we had 100 viewers at one point. Like, that's the first time I've ever hit 100 viewers on a live stream, and that is a weird feeling, I'm not gonna lie. Like, we were pushing for it for ages, and we were on 90 viewers for a long time, and I was like, come on guys, we gotta push it, it's my birthday, we gotta push it. And we did it, and yeah, just hitting that and seeing 100 people watching, so weird. Like, I don't know, I can't even like describe the fact that that many people are just sat watching you. But to hit that milestone is crazy, and that was like a pretty good birthday present in itself. So yeah, thank you to everybody who was in that stream and helped like push it to 100 viewers, because yeah, that was just, as I say, almost a birthday present in itself. So yeah, while not being the biggest fans of birthdays, I just had a really good birthday. You know, it'd be mental if one day we get Lego Therapy sponsored by Lego. I think it would. I'm not even going to say I think it will happen, because realistically that would be ridiculous if it did. Not even asking for like a big sponsorship, or just maybe send me out like the new sets, or imagine, that's like a dream. While we're building Star Wars, I guess we'll talk about the latest Star Wars show, which has been Book of Boba Fett. It was okay. If you like the show, you're going to get annoyed at me, so pre-warning. They just low-key ruined the character of Boba Fett. Like, he's supposed to be this ruthless killer, and you can't even say it's because he's older now and he's left the Empire, because in Mandalorian, he was that ruthless killer. He was beating up all these stormtroopers and threatening Grogu. He was like, oh, I've got a gun on Grogu, so don't move. He gets his own show announced, and it just turns to this, where we get this guy who doesn't even bother to fight. An assassin literally tries to attack him. He doesn't even bother to get his armor on. He lets other people do it for him. And even when it's when the assassin's been beat, he doesn't even walk out with his armor on. He walks out in a robe and then lets the guy go. That's not the Boba Fett that we know. The Boba Fett we know would probably just shoot him on sight. And even if he didn't, he would have the armor on. He would look threatening. He would... just frustrating. And I feel like it's Disney. I feel like they can't have a protagonist with a fault. Got to be squeaky clean. They've got to have good morals. But that's the thing. Boba Fett doesn't have good morals. Darth Vader, literally the ruthless person who is Darth Vader, tells the guy to chill out and not burn people alive in, I think it's Empire. Don't get me wrong, right? The whole Luke and Grogu and Ahsoka and everything, incredible. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But what has been the whole point of Mandalorian for the last, season? Whole of season 2, basically. He spent an entire season trying to find Luke to get him back to his own kind. And within an episode, he's back with Mando. And it's not even a Mando episode. So literally, if you don't watch Book of Boba Fett, you're going to see him flick from, oh yes, he achieved it, he's back with his own kind, and then being back with Mando. And then you might go back and go, oh shit, I need to watch Boba Fett then. Watch that and be like, why did I invest all this time watching Mando try to find Luke for Grogu? Have that whole emotional thing. Like, people were genuinely so like emotional about him taking his helmet off to say goodbye to Grogu. For then, literally within an episode, or okay, maybe 2 episodes, he's seeing Grogu again. Now, what they should have done, okay, you could have brought Mando into Book of Boba Fett, and you could have saved the whole Ahsoka and Luke and everything for Mando, but then you could have just left Grogu out of it for like maybe half the series. Mando's only, I think, 6 episodes. That's 3 episodes you had to leave him out of. You bring him back after that, And then it makes the impact of him going away, saying goodbye, and he's gone away for a bit. It just makes that more impactful rather than just annoying, man. Why have that emotional goodbye and him taking his mask off? Just then have them back together. But yeah, that's not even the most annoying part. I'm just annoyed that they ruined Boba Fett. Like, realistically, in that show, what did he do? Like, he just sat by and let everyone do everything for him, and that's just not in his character. It worries me. It's got me worried for Kenobi, because I just don't have faith anymore that they can do a good job. Like, but then I can't even say that much bad on Disney, because they've just started Moon Knight, and that is incredible so far. But I think the reason Moon Knight has been good so far is because it doesn't feel like a Marvel show. They've introduced sort of, well, what we think is the main bad in the first episode, which we know is a trait that Marvel keep doing, where they don't introduce the main bad guy until the last episode, and it's so annoying. Or second to last episode, they'll tease it. Last episode, it'll come, and then Cad Bane die, Kingpin beaten up and disappear. It's just frustrating. But Moon Knight seems like a bit of fresh air. I'm taking it with a pinch of salt, because I don't know how it's going to go. It could stagnate. I think the issue is there's almost too big of a budget, and they're too short of like series. Like, you're trying to do too much in too little of a time. Extend them to 12 episodes, and you've got breathing space. Because you think about like Boba Fett. I hate to go back to Boba Fett, but what really, like, that feels like it was in the span of a week. It literally might be. But I want to see like development of Boba's reign and issues he has that aren't just like the bigger thing. I don't know. I just kind of want something more than what we're getting. It's bad because what I'm about to say is going to get some people annoyed, but it's annoying when you see stuff as good as Batman and you see DC or Loki winning. They're not winning, but they're on a streak, you know. I mean, you think we had the Suicide Squad, which was amazing, and then we had, ignore Wonder Woman. You had, I forgot what it's called. Why have I forgotten what it's called? TV show with John Cena. And then obviously we had Batman, and you had Joker as well a couple years ago. I think the issue with DC is they seem to be amazing at solo stories, but they're terrible at universe building. There's kind of like a thing. It's like, well, do we just focus on solo movies, or do we try and rebuild a universe? Honestly, I think at this point, just give up with the universes and just do solo films, because it works. I think the issue though is like the DC characters work better solo. Justice League is cool, don't get me wrong, but Batman is better when he's fighting Batman villains. It doesn't work on a grand scale where you've got someone as powerful as Superman, because you can't compare the two. I mean, to be honest, Marvel's getting to the same point where it's like, how are you going to put Wanda ever in a film with, well, the new Captain America? Because he isn't going to be able to do a single thing when you've got people like Strange and Loki and Wanda, and it's just like too much of a power shift. I almost feel like Marvel are going to get to a similar point as DC. Well, probably not, but they're going to get to a point where it's like, how do we shift this power? Like, and with people like X-Men coming in, Earth's going to get crowded. Like, that actually worries me for like the Marvel universe, like how crowded it's literally going to get. I mean, don't get me wrong, Marvel is already kind of at a point where it's really complicated for people to just like get on board and join in, but it does feel like it's kind of getting too big. Like I said to someone the other day, I really hope if they do another Spider-Man trilogy that they leave him to do his own thing. So Spider-Man just fights Spider-Man villains in New York on his own, and he doesn't have help from someone, or someone else doesn't get involved, because I feel like Marvel focus so much on world building that they don't forget about the characters, but like you kind of lose. I feel like you get more universe building than you do character building with like Marvel films. And when you've got such amazing characters, it's annoying to see a character wasted or not fully developed because they were too focused on the next film or the next 5 films. I honestly wouldn't mind seeing a few Marvel solo films that are just Like, you don't even get to hear a mention of Avengers, or just don't feel like they ever will, because cameos sell. They can't. They just do sell. On to bag 3. And don't get me wrong, I love seeing like these characters together, but I just want to see a bit more development in some people. And that's why, like I say, if they do Spider-Man, I just hope that he's on his own, because Spider-Man doesn't really, like, the story of Spider-Man, and especially where it's at now after No Way Home, like the fact that they basically spent 3 films doing Tom's origin story, where they've before done it in 1 film. They're now at a point where they could do so much with Spider-Man and it'd be so good. But don't get me, like, as I say, I love the cameo. There's so much that I want to see. Like, I want to see, I can't remember what the team's called, but where it's like Moon Knight and Blade. That would be really cool to see. And there is cool team-ups, and like, I want to see Secret Wars and that whole story. But it just doesn't have to be every single film. But no, I've got Doctor Strange in the next month. I've already got my tickets booked. I love how hypocritical I am, because I've just bashed all the cameos and everything, but that film's just going to be one massive cameo. That's a bit risky. It doesn't click down or anything. Okay, I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like it's going to fall over. I guess I should have explained the Formula E car. To be fair, I've never even watched Formula E, but I have been watching Formula 1. It's kind of like my new obsession. I kind of randomly was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to give Drive to Survive a chance, and I've just genuinely, I've never really liked any sport at all. I mean, the closest I probably got was basketball, and even that, I never got like really into it. But this, I'm genuinely like properly into it, and like, I've got the app and I keep up to date with all the info that's going off and when the races are actually happening, and genuinely love Charles Leclerc so much. I really want, I don't know why, him and Pierre Gasly, or like, I don't know, I just like those two. They actually seem like decent blokes. I think there's like real risk to it, like you could legitimately just crash and die. It's really tense. We're coming down to like the last few laps. With every other sport, there's so many teams involved and so many people, whereas in this, there is 20 people on that race. And those 20 are the best in the world, because otherwise they won't be there. And I think that's a really interesting aspect, that you've literally got the best 20 people. So yeah, I've like low-key finally found my sport, but I'm excited to build that FE car, because Formula E is kind of something that I haven't looked into yet, but it's really cool. Like, it's a brand new sort of thing on the scene. Obviously it's just electric cars instead of actual ones, but also that Lego build's going to be cool because it's a Technic, and I've never done one of those before. I've never used like the wheels and something that actually, like, well, it doesn't work, but it kind of does. Luke hallway scene from Mandalorian, I think that's going to be a small one, so I'm probably going to mix that one alongside the I've also got a Batman one that Gene sent me, one of my YouTube members, that I need to build. So those two will probably be the micro episodes that I talked about last Lego Therapy, where I sort of do like a Q&A with my YouTube members from my main channel. And obviously we've got 3 big sets. They're gonna be like big episodes, so we've got a lot of Lego Therapy to do. But I also don't like doing them really close together, because I feel like then, not that I'd run out of stuff to say, but I probably would. And if they're too frequent, like, not that they'd get boring, but they'd get a little bit repetitive, and I don't want this series to become stale. So we'll see. I might do it once a month, but I think doing it more just when I want is a lot better for it. It's so weird that this series came out of me just doing it because I had a Lego set and I had a lot on my mind, and I was really struggling at the time with like YouTube stuff, and I thought, you know what, let's just talk about it on a video, and it really like helped. I guess the other thing that I need to talk about is me and the boys are going to Comic-Con again. I think there's still tickets available, so if you want to come. Yeah, I guess that makes us 2 for 2 now. Just crazy that we kind of get to do that, but I'm really excited for this one. Like, it's London, it's a little bit bigger than the last one, and I think it's a bit more showy, this one. The last one we went to, there wasn't that much on. Like I kind of expected there to be more shows to go and see, and I went to one which was forgot his name now, but he's the guy who plays the Emperor in Star Wars. I do think the London one's a bit more showy in the sense that I think they get more people to come. I know last time they had like all the Loki cast, which was pretty cool. And I think we're going to spend a lot more time there this time. On the last one, we went on the Saturday, and then we went out drinking at the night. So when it came to the Sunday, I was basically the only one there. I was on my own for like the whole morning, which I actually really enjoyed. I'm not like, no offense to the boys, but I really enjoyed just walking around on my own and having that freedom to just do whatever, be wherever I wanted to be. And then the other boys came later on, and they were all just really like hungover. So I think the plan this time is spend a little bit more time. I know we're spending the whole Saturday there. I think I'm going to be there on the Friday and the Sunday as well. I know some people aren't. So yeah, if you want to come, and if you're already going, genuinely, if you just see us, like, say hi. If you want a picture, I mean, I don't know why you'd want a picture with me, but I think if anything, I want a picture more with you, because the fact that you watch my videos is mental, and I want a picture with you. I remember when we last went, I don't even, we met 2 of you guys, and I don't even think they asked for a picture, and I was like, can we get a picture, because I want to remember this, like, I want to remember meeting these people who watch my content, and I think it's just really sick. So I'll probably ask you for a picture if I see you, which is a bit weird, but no, genuinely, like, if you just see me wandering around, shout my name, Isaac or MXZ or whatever, come over and say hello. I genuinely want to meet you guys. I mean, we mainly just like walking around and buying stuff, but also, like, I just want to see you guys and meet the people who watch my content, because it's just sick. If you don't see us, or I mean, if you want to see us again, I think we want to do like a really big like group picture. I kind of think that would be really cool to have, just with like a bunch of you guys. I don't even know if there's going to be that many of you there. I don't really expect it. But if there's a couple people, and if you want to, or you're going to see us, obviously we don't know the layout of the place yet, but I think when we get there, we're going to sort of assess it, and then we'll give like a time and be like, oh, come to this place, and we'll be there at this time. Kind of exciting. I'm looking forward to it a lot. Something pretty exciting though that I've just been talking to, and I don't know if I'm supposed to say this yet or not, because it's not really solidified, but I've been getting like a lot closer and a bit more active with my old friends. You'll know them as the After Party, but you've got obviously Zach, Liam, Chris and Tom. They were the people who I used to make videos with, but more than that, they were just genuinely like my friends from school, and just like for my whole life. And I stopped making videos with them, but more than that as well, I feel like we all kind of just went our separate ways a little bit. We're still always, like, no matter what, gonna be like solid, great, amazing friends. When you go like months without seeing each other and talking to each other, and no one's fault, but like life, it just gets way too busy. But recently I think we've started to make a little bit more effort and realised that we all really want to make more effort to sort of do more with each other and see more like of each other. Well, the main reason we stopped recording was, I've said a lot that obviously they all sort of fell out of love with gaming, which is true, but another big reason for it was that, well, when the new consoles came out, some of us had them, some of us didn't, and a big game we played was like GTA, and there was no possibility to record with each other. There was not even a chance to even play with each other. So we kind of just slowly drifted apart in that sense. And however, Liam has always had a PS5, and I've just genuinely never really played with him. Zach has also got a PS5, Chris has, and I think Tom's thinking about it. So I mean, maybe it's the revival of the After Party for 2022, who knows? And no matter what, I'm not gonna like ditch the Winkies, or I'm never gonna like stop playing with those boys, but it would just be really nice just for me to be able to play with those boys again, who are my lifelong friends. And if we start to get like funny moment recording bits out of it, then win-win. But I think that's quite nice for the content as well, if that was what I was thinking of doing, and if I wanted to record with them, and if those boys wanted to actually get back a little bit into recording, I think it'd be really good to have that sort of switch in the content of, oh, sometimes you're going to see videos with Dan and Benji, or I've started to play with people like Bantermain, who's another YouTuber, and he's got mates who is Chris and Only, and I'm sort of just expanding my circle, because I feel like all these different people have different like comedy styles or things they find funny, and it keeps the content fresh, but it also is just cool for me to be able to meet all these other people, and it keeps the games fun for me. No disrespect to like anyone at all, but if you play the same game with the same person, the same comments and jokes are going to get made, because that's just people's personality. But not just that, but you've got chance for different chemistries, because you've never seen Benji interact with Bantermain, or my old friends in the after party interact with the Winkies. And I don't like the fact that people think you can only be in one YouTube group. I mean, the after party was never really a YouTube group, because no one did YouTube except for me. But it was still seen as this group that we had, and I don't see why you can't be in two, and I can be like, oh, I'm with the after party, and today I'm playing with the Winkies, and I just want to play with all these people are my friends, and I just want to play games with my friends. I want to share that with people, because when I'm 40, I can go and look back at all these funny times that we had on games, just saying and doing stupid, random stuff. And I genuinely do miss the After Party Boys so much. Like, I watch the content back, and it's not that I watch it back and be like, oh, I really liked the content that we got from that. It's, I really miss the laughs, and like, I mean, that sounds disrespectful to everyone I'm playing with now, because, I mean, I'm making it sound that like I don't laugh with them. But I do, but it's just everyone has different comedy styles, and there's just different moments and kind of vibes you get with different people. So I kind of really hope that we do get back a little bit, like playing together, maybe a bit of Warzone or GTA, whatever it is. I'm excited, and as I say, even if they don't, I'm starting to try to expand a little bit, just because I like playing and meeting new people. As I say, Bantermain, I've been playing with him, and then you play with these people, and they have friends that they want to add into, so he's adding Chris and Only, or I've been playing, I tried to play a bit with Z-Score Panda, just all these other YouTubers who are similar sizes. We're all just trying to do this YouTube, and I just think it's really fun to just do and play with whoever and just have a good time playing games, and I've got this opportunity to share it with people. So yeah, maybe I've prematurely sort of said on this video that I'm going to be playing with those boys again. If it doesn't happen, then it doesn't happen, but if it does, I think it'd just be really nice just to play with my old mates again. Can you imagine if I was able to start to not merge the groups, but like introduce them to each other? I mean, imagine Blue interacting with like Zach, or I don't know. I think it'd be quite funny. This year is genuinely going so fast. I mean, the fact that we're already in April, we're literally halfway through April, is disgusting. The months are going really quick, and it just is flying by, and there's literally nothing you can even do about it. You can't like slow it down. You just gotta accept it and ride that this is how fast it's going. I'm excited to see where the content goes in the next couple months. I feel like I'm genuinely editing better and faster than I ever have. I finish uni in a month, and then after that, either I'll try and get a job, but if I don't get the job, then I mean, even if I get a job, YouTube's always gonna be. I'm never gonna quit this. Like, I think if I went for a job and they were like, yeah, we want you to do this job, but you'd have to quit YouTube, I'd be like, no, sorry, I can't do that. I can't give this up. This genuinely is the biggest thing in my life. It's the best thing I've ever done. I genuinely, like, what do people do who don't do YouTube? Like, I struggle to think what I would do, like, with my morning. If I woke up and my first thought wasn't, okay, let's edit. Or even when I get back from work, I'm like, okay, I need to make sure I'm ready for doing the next video. Like, it's never made sense to me, people who just sit and, I don't know, what do you do? I think it's kind of my proactive brain. I couldn't just sit and watch TV after work. I mean, probably healthier too, but I don't know. It's just this hobby that I've got that's turned into my life. Mad to think, if I had never done YouTube, I wouldn't have met like Blue, Dan and Wad and Kyle and Benji and these people who are genuinely, they're my friends. They're they're going to get an invite to like my wedding, and that's so weird that YouTubers got that to like. Without YouTube, I would not have even spoken or known that these people exist. It's so weird. I don't know. I mean, I suppose you could say the same about anything. Like, if I hadn't have decided to go to uni, or if I'd have took a gap year, I would have been in a completely different class of different people and had different friends from. It's just life, I suppose, but it's just weird that these people who you can be so like deeply close to, you literally know these people by chance, just walk past someone and consider the fact that like they're a person. It sounds stupid to say, but they're a person, and then realistically, every single person you know is going through something. Whether they're happy, whether they're sad, someone's going to experience some form of death or struggle with money, depression, anxiety, anything. And you don't know what every single person you pass is going through. But you can rest assured that every single person is going through something. There is not a single person in the world who doesn't have at least one tiny little thing that's wrong. And so maybe just like walk past people and think, like, in another life, we could have been working together, we could have been friends. I don't know, it's just really weird when you start to think about it. I've gone off on a really weird path that I didn't think I'd expect to go on. It's true, like, it's just weird that we're just all these weird creatures living on a planet. I always think this when I'm like traveling somewhere and you like zoom past someone and they're doing something and thinking something, and you will never know what that person is even thinking or doing. You'll never even know that person's name, but they are a person with the same thoughts and the feelings that you have. So weird. I don't know what to talk about now because I've gone that deep. I don't know how to change the topic. I've been really into the gym recently. I don't know why. I just keep pulling these random topics off my head. No, I've been really, I mean, I say recently, the last like week, like kind of hit a thing where I'm like, I need to get back on the gym. I need to get back on healthy eating. So far so good. I made this chicken salad thing that I was actually really proud of. It looked quite good. Having that for like lunches instead of, you know, I've always had like a white cob with cheese and butter and then a pack of crisps on the side. And lunch is the one thing that I think, I mean, my whole eating's I need to like shift and sort. I think that's the biggest issue for me. It's snacking, breakfast and lunch. I'm not going to control dinner because my mum cooks it. I live at home with my mum, and I don't want to be a pain for her and be like, can you cook this differently and cook different things because I want to be on my diet, whatever. I just feel a bit of a dick doing that, so I'd rather just control what I can control, which is my lunch and my breakfast and snacks. Basically just cutting out snacks altogether, not eating chocolatey squares for breakfast. And they're basically just the only two things I really need to do. And then, as I said, lunch. If I can get all that down, I genuinely think I'll be alright. And we're done! Oh, that's actually a really cool build. I mean, it looks absolutely sick. I'm really happy with like how it looks. It's just really incredibly fiddly. Like, the arms on it are so flimsy. I've got a great feeling of success after finishing that. Genuinely, thank you so much for watching. As I said, this is my pride and joy, this series. I've got a lot of Lego sets, so maybe we do this monthly. I'm not too sure, but either way, thank you so much for watching. If you've made it to this point with me, then what are you doing? No, really, genuinely, thank you so much if you've got to this point, and I'll see you next time for Lego Therapy. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a bit.